So again, welcome to the Psalms Compressed. Today, we will look into Psalm number 48. This psalm is a song of praise, but it is not vague or sentimental. It is praise anchored in objective truth. Last time, I was talking about Psalm 47. That is also a psalm of praise. God, He has revealed Himself, chosen a dwelling place, and demonstrated His power in history. Christian worship must arise not from emotion alone, but from revelation rightly understood. This psalm models precisely that kind of worship. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised in the city of our God. So the psalm begins, not with human experience, but with God Himself. God is great whether or not we feel it, if we perceive it, or even if we respond to it. Yet His greatness demands a response. Notably here, that God's greatness is praised in the city of our God. The Lord has chosen to make Himself known in a particular place among a particular people. Faith is never purely individualistic. So from the beginning, God reveals Himself in the context of a covenant community. That is why I am rather allergic to people saying that I, quote, I don't have to go to church to worship God. I can do that at home. Well, sure, you can do that. You can pray, you can praise God, you can read the Bible all by yourself at home, at the beach, in a park, etc. But you see, we need this community. Christianity was never meant to be done alone. Mount Zion, the city of the great King. Zion is described with joy, beauty, and stability, not because of its geography, but because God, He is present there. Holiness does not come from places or institutions themselves, but from the God who chose to dwell among His people. For Israel, Zion symbolized God's nearness. For us today, the fulfillment is deeper and more astonishing. God dwells not in stone buildings, but in His redeemed people, united to Christ by the Spirit. The church, weak or flawed though it may appear, is still the dwelling place of the living God. And I think this should profoundly shape how we view the church, not sentimentality, but theologically. God is in her citadels. He has shown Himself to be her fortress. The king who gather against the city are overwhelmed and flee in terror. The psalm is not glorifying military strength or human strategy. The security of Zion lies entirely in God's protecting presence. So this psalm presents the opposite. God is not an ornament, He is a fortress. The people of God do not survive because they are clever, because they are numerous or influential. No, but because God Himself stands among them. And this truth confronts modern Christianity, which is often tempted to trust visibility, power, or a cultural relevance. This psalm insists that the church safety and also future depends only on God. As we have heard, so have we seen in the city of the Lord Almighty. Faith is not a wishful thinking. What Israel had heard through God's promises, they now see confirmed in history. Christian faith rests on historical acts of God, supremely in the life, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And our worship is not fueled by imagination, but by remembrance. We praise God because He has acted and continues to act in faithfulness. We ponder our steadfast love, O God. True worship involves thought. To ponder God's love is to meditate on it, to allow truth to shape our understanding and our affections. Many theologians that I have read resists any separation between head and heart. Scriptures demands both. The psalm then it moves forward, saying, "Walk about Zion, tell the next generation." Faith is not meant to terminate in private enjoyment. God's works are to be observed, to be remembered, and to even be passed on. One generation must not assume the next will know the Lord without deliberate teaching and testimony. This God is our God forever and ever. He will guide us beyond death. So Psalm 48 ends not with Zion, but with God. Buildings, they fade. Cities, they will fall. Institutions, well, they will change. But you see, God, He remains.